What is up, everybody? It's your boy Steve here. Today, we have to talk about this nonsense from the CMA. It just is never a dull moment with the CMA at this point, especially with this whole Activision Blizzard nonsense. It is never a dull day on Twitter or gaming news in general, because this is the most craziest statement I have seen so far with this whole CMA Activision Blizzard deal going through. So apparently, the CMA calls on the public for its views on the Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard. So that's right, folks. We're gonna see all type of Sony fanboys give their takes on if this deal should go through. Because usually Sony fanboys just get mocked. But the CMA is not gonna hold these regards and I guess they're gonna hold their opinions in actual regards to any type of decision making, which is clown. It's just a mental asylum at this point. It's just a clown show at this point. Like, we're really gonna see people with PlayStation is better, Xbox sucks usernames give their opinions about if this deal should go through. It's like, what is going on? I'm starting to think the CMA should be named clowns with clowns making assertions, or clowns uh with authority. I don't know, something to that extent, because this is crazy. I've never seen a supposed to be respected official regulatory body just say, "Hey, we're gonna let the people decide for us," instead of doing our actual jobs. So this is just ridiculous, bro. And it's like, why is this happening? Just let the deal go through. Obviously, if you need to have other people chime in, then obviously the deal just needs to go through at this point. But let's see what people got to say about this, because I think it's just utterly ridiculous. But really easy. Microsoft has acquired IPs born multi-platform like Outer Worlds, Hellblade, The Elder Scrolls, and they said they are not going to come to PlayStation. I don't have doubts they'll do the same for Activision IPs after the deal ends. Okay, now the true console wars begin. Xbox ponies, let us show them what battle looks like. I guess this definitely is the time, the console fanboys' time to shine at this point, because this is just so ridiculous. This is actually being done. A bit embarrassing for the CMA to be doing this when Google is accessible. Hopefully they will ask for details to prove you're a British resident, as that's the only views that matter here, not Americans. Oh man, like, how do we, I'm assuming only the people who are actually in the UK are gonna matter, because this is gonna be a complete clown show at this point. Like, asking for viewpoints from Xbox Lover 420 and PlayStation Master Race 360, the CMA is just pathetic. A new battlefield for the console war, pretty much, is what this is gonna boil down to at this point. This makes absolutely no sense. There is no reason why the CMA should seek opinions from the general public. Do they do that for any other decision they make? Like, why are they doing it for this video game-based decision? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. If they don't know what they are doing, then asking the internet is not a viable option. This is ridiculous. It's not an opinions matter. Yeah. You just want to get the vast majority of people's opinions. The same vast majority of people's opinions that, people got to give. Companies gotta give warnings not to eat like Tide Pods and stuff, but you want to get these same people's opinions? I don't think that's a good idea. Uh, hey, CMA Gov UK, I would like to play games and not cost me 70 quid per game. Game Pass lowers the price of entry to gaming. As a member of the public, that's my opinion. The CMA is a joke. This deal will go through, no restrictions. Clowns. This is a mistake. Can't see this going wrong at all. This is definitely gonna go wrong. To be honest, this looks super unprofessional. Hey kids, we can't do our job, so could you please? Ridiculous. What a disgrace. I may apply to the CMA next week. What an easy job. Yeah, you ask other people to do your job, so yeah, it's pretty much an easy job at that point. Public will most likely repeat what the corporate representatives have been telling them with a little bit more whining. The console fanboys are going to have a fun time with this. So taxpayers have to do their jobs as well now too. Right asked about the public who barely knows how to tie their shoes. A bad move on their part. This is going to end up so bad. You don't want the average Sony fanboy to give his opinion about this deal, this multi-billion-dollar, this $70 billion deal going through. Why? How could that possibly go wrong? Oh man. Hope Sony loses after this dumb baby crying thing and Microsoft blocked Call of Duty for good for being an a-hole. Okay. The CMA in 2 days, I have made a huge mistake. Can't wait for the absolute crap storm that's about to happen. The CMA is basically getting owned by Microsoft lawyers, so now they are being passive aggressive and childish. If this goes to appeals, the CMA will lose the rest of their credibility. I was starting to think they lose their credibility. They're really asking the public to make a decision on this. Like, why are you asking the public to do this? To do your job for you? Like, really? Sounds like the CMA Gov UK is pretty incompetent if they have to resort to this. Also, they know PlayStation has a larger fan base, was another point as well. PlayStation has a larger fan base, so of course they're going to have more fanboys who's going to be trying to give their opinion about this topic when it's going to be super biased. PlayStation has a larger fan base and more toxic, so they know what they are doing. Gamers want to know Game Pass and Sony fanboys don't. What else is to understand? It's pretty simple. Coming from an Xbox gamer who owns both, Game Pass is the best thing that could happen. Everyone can play it, even if it's on cloud. Call of Duty will get better, and the SA will hopefully stop, and they will be hung for high treason. Okay. Finally, Microsoft is just out of control with these acquisitions, really. Sony is literally having to buy games to counter their tyranny. What? So he's taking a stance that Microsoft was a monopoly now. He's saying they're a tyranny. Okay, well, before they were saying Microsoft has no games, so they switched that narrative just back and forth repeatedly. It's like either Microsoft has no games or they're a monopoly. It's just fascinating how that just changed just on the fly like that. Please make the replies public. Most of these Saudi woolly-headed pink reptile morons can't even form coherent sentences. Never mind form actual solid arguments. Facepalm. We gamers must unite on this issue and provide clear direction to the CMA. This one comment is pretty hilarious. This is like grouping the people with the lowest IQs and asking them to resolve an important issue. Because what other issue would you literally take a Sony fanboy's opinions on? Like, you're literally no other issue, but the CMA wants to do that. It's just like, this is literally like the movie Idiocracy at this point. Like, you're making the most ridiculous, ridicule people of the internet. We're getting their opinions from. Like, it's kind of ridiculous at this point. This can only go well. Bro, what the F? Imagine being so bad at your one job you have to ask someone else to do it for you. Yeah, the input from Xbox the best 420 and XP and PlayStation better is going to be so helpful and insightful. CMA are a bunch of cucks. Here's my statement. CMA Gov UK, Microsoft shouldn't purchase traditional third-party companies that launch games on all platforms, block future deals like this in the future. Well, he's probably completely fine with Sony doing it though, but okay. CMA equals some clowns. This just keeps getting more ridiculous. I'm sure this will go well for the CMA. Ask good gamers when we have the most annoying console war debates that resorts to Wojaks being thrown around instead of real arguments is truly a good idea. Console wars, it's your time to shine. Your piece of plastic needs you more than ever. Oh man, this totally isn't gonna be messy. I kind of want to see the emails they get to make. I kind of want them to make it public because that's probably gonna be hilarious by itself. Just seeing the emails they get of people just whining why this deal shouldn't go through, why it should go through. How useless is the CMA, LMAO? This will end well. The UK is surely a magical place, isn't it? Okay. This is just so stupid. I don't think they know what they just done. The CMA is just clueless. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that this is just a dumb idea, which I don't know why they're asking the public for this type of important decision like this. It's like, shouldn't they be doing it? It's their job to do it, but they want to ask the public, especially the people who are literally just being clowned all day, the Sony fanboys. They literally want to ask their opinion about this nonsense. It's like, why? Just why? But I'm gonna conclude it right here. This is literally one of the most ridiculous things I've seen in gaming by far. But this is where we are in 2022 about a $70 billion deal is being decided by the public, which are most likely going to be people probably most likely going to be sending the emails, probably be fanboys. So this is just going to be a clown show. But definitely want to get your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.